But it's a class action lawsuit against all machines and that they're defective devices, okay? I have lawyers worked on this for 5 months.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the votes.
Bad deal, should have never been thought of.
I liked beer. I still like beer. But I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out.
$7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
Good news is, for me, I'm here. The bad news for you is, I'm coming back. There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
They weren't coming because they couldn't get in. Once they think they can get in, they're coming, and they are coming at levels that you haven't even seen yet. And then they have cans of soup. Soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup for my family. They're so innocent. This is soup for my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
Retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
But the real problem is that our leaders are dumb. Dumb. So dumb.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
That isn't what it meant.
Well, what did it mean then? Explain.
It meant that it's indicative of low-resolution thinking.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I try to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
There was no response. They didn't have one for that. I went in yesterday, and there was a television screen, and I said, this is genius.
Force the vote, sure, was a failure.
Honestly, Sam, if I could just get this sentence out, we can talk about Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone. Make sure the kids hear word.
Bad deal, should have never been thought of.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
There was no response. So today, on behalf of the United States, I want to thank every Olympian and Paralympian. And that was just incredible. And what happened with the Paralympics was so incredible and so inspiring to me. And I watched. It's a little tough to watch too much, but I watched as much as I could. It was really...
So notice something. I defended him on his bad joke because I have standards and I have principles.
All of a sudden, we can't talk about Neanderthal DNA anymore.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ. The world is actually a small piece of the universe, right?
Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic in style Asian of the show, the goddamn. This is the goddamn here. We're doing the goddamn. It's happening. This is also known as the goddamn. Hello, y'all. Got a show going on, doing a show today. I decided to, I woke up and I thought, today's a good day to do a show. And so I woke up and here I am. So, and there you go. So we got a show going on, doing a show today. Y'all, and got a show going on. So I've got my coffee, my cup of Covfefe, C-O-V, Covfefe. Goodness gracious. Now that's something. Anyway, can we get a fuck Netflix in this chat? Please, thank you. Netflix plans to start charging for password sharing, and customers aren't happy. So for those of you that don't know, I share my password with my family. So we'll see how this goes. Netflix announced Wednesday it plans to start cracking down on password sharing among watchers, and customers are not taking it well. The company said in a statement that In the past, it has encouraged account sharing among its 222 million subscribers with features such as profiles and multiple streams, but that the practices are impacting our ability to invest in great TV and films. Netflix said it won't ban password sharing, but those who will do it will have to pay. It will be testing the change in 3 countries, Chile, Costa Rica, and Peru. Oh. For 2,380 Chilean pesos, $2.99 US dollars, and 7.9 Peruvian sol, not to be confused with the cryptocurrency, respectively, users can add up to 2 profiles. Netflix will lose a lot of customers if they do this password sharing crackdown they plan to do, said one Twitter user. The Twitter users, folks, they're saying it. How do we expect families to handle password sharing in the case of divorces, their children or college students away from home? I don't know, man. If you're getting divorced or you're separating and Netflix password sharing is on the list of concerns, I don't know though. It's just a little strange. Also, again, Netflix has been constantly just hiking up their prices over and over and over again. Do they really need this much money? I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that they don't. I'm gonna assume that they don't need that much money. And so I'm interested in, if the CEO is willing to take a pay cut, instead of passing this along to the users. I don't know. But anyway, if this happens in America or with American accounts, I refuse. I will cancel my Netflix. Because I am not paying. I'm not paying extra for Netflix. I pay for the Netflix in this family. People are going to have to start paying, the Netflix account if this is a thing. Either that or I'm not paying it. That's all I know. I'm not paying it. Will I cancel the account? I don't know. Someone else in the family might pay it. But I'm telling you this right now. Put my foot down. Not doing it. Not doing it. Myla, unfortunately, it fell down. And I did not put it back up. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But maybe I will put it back up in the future. It's currently on the floor, right behind me. So, but I had to do the show. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Stop the show? So, yeah. Hopefully everyone's having a good morning today. Woo! This coffee is drying my tongue out. My tongue feels like sandpaper. No practical knowledge. High IQ. Unrelatable. Weird spurg. What you want for society is undesirable. So is Sam Law coming into the chat to defend Netflix? Actually, Netflix charging you for additional uses is actually good. What the fuck? The fact that you would even dream of sharing Netflix passwords, society is looking down on you. Okay, I mean, the Netflix defender is logged on. We got the goddamn Netflix fucking defender. Alright, let's see what we got here, y'all. Got a show. At least I was planning on doing a show. Oh, God. Oh. I was planning on doing a show. All right. The White House, folks. The White House. The White House says it's running out of money to cover COVID tests and vaccines. The White House is running out of money? Isn't that what taxes are for? What? The White House is running out of money. I'm pressing X on this one. Doubt. Next week, the White House says it will start to wind down a COVID-19 program that pays to test, treat, and vaccinate people who don't have health insurance. So I want to remind everyone, we are currently at the beginning of, Omicron 2, BA2, the fourth wave, whatever you want to call it. We are at the beginning. Cases are ticking upward all across the world, in Europe and China. And as we know, by the, how every other wave has gone, we know that Europe and China, they're basically like, imagine they're like, it's like time travel. They're like they're a week ago in America, right? So, or a week from now in America, I should say. So Europe and China right now, some of the Chinese cities are having the worst outbreaks ever of COVID from the start until now. That's fucked up. European countries that all got rid of, we're going to free the masks. We're going to free the people. Take the masks off! Oh, yes! Oh, we're free! Countries like Denmark and Finland that are free. They took the masks off, currently going through the biggest surges they've ever seen, right? So the United States also, did the same thing Europe did because they're stupid. Europe is stupid. America's stupid. The White House is fucking stupid. Humans in general are fucking stupid. But at least we're free, folks. At least we're free. So I'm just letting y'all know. Get your tests from covidtest.org or .gov or whatever it is. Like, look it up, whatever that is. Google it. See, make sure that's the right URL. Get your tests. Call in sick if you've got like a couple of vacation weeks. Line them up ready because we're going through the fourth wave pretty soon in this country. I'm gonna guess by the end of the month we're gonna be deep in it. That's my prediction. By the end of the month we'll be in there. It's one of several immediate impacts after Congress declined to add $22.5 billion in funding to a broad government spending bill passed last week. President Biden signed the bill into law on Tuesday, hailing it as a bipartisan achievement without mentioning the lack of COVID funding. Biden is garbage. He's garbage. He's garbage. Biden is garbage. Oh, yes, it's bipartisan. First of all, bipartisan. Does anyone actually give a shit about bipartisan? Congress has like a fucking 18% approval rating. Like, we would prefer to have no partisan. Like, we would prefer to have like anti-partisan legislation rather than bipartisan. All bipartisan, that doesn't mean anything. It's just like these people are fucking stupid. They're dumb. Nobody cares about your bipartisan garbage. Nobody cares about what Republicans think. And Democrats are fucking spineless little fucking cockroaches. They're all fucking trash cans. They're all fucking like literal human garbage. You like open up the fucking lid and you put garbage inside and then you fucking put them down at the fucking end of the street. That's what these politicians are. The COVID-19 funding request met with political pushback from Republicans. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Republicans are fucking crazy. They're fucking crazy. They are Looney Tunes motherfuckers. So, okay, Republicans are crazy, and you're gonna pretend, oh, bipartisan. The party that tried to literally destroy the U.S. government almost like 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago. Yeah, they tried to destroy the government. They literally tried to overthrow the fucking government, and you're like, oh yeah, we're bipartisan. Huh? Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. That's crazy. Joe Biden is asleep at the fucking wheel. This guy is fucking losing it. This guy is like, he's gonzo. He's gone. He's done. He's gone. I don't know what to say. I mean, he's gone.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
So,
I agree.
I don't know. The White House warned in a letter to lawmakers on Tuesday that the country risks being blindsided by future coronavirus variants. Remember when Kamala Harris was like, we had no idea Delta was going to happen. We didn't even see it coming. What? And now they're going to use that same line after Delta, after Omicron. Omicron 2 is going to come around, and they're just going to be like, had no idea. No one could have seen this coming. What? If some stupid-ass bitch in her fucking bedroom can see this coming, I've got news for the government. The government's not doing so good. Why Congress left out the funding, leaders from both parties had initially agreed to include roughly $15 billion in COVID-related funding as part of more than $1.5 trillion government spending package. Republican leaders agreed to support the emergency spending because Democrats chose to cover some of the cost by reallocating money. Congress, blah, blah, blah. A number of House Democrats objected to the plan because as many as 30 states would lose access to money that was promised but had not yet been spent. Democrats say they will try to... So what they're trying to do here is they're saying, oh, some states that have COVID money left over that they are saving for the fourth wave, actually we're taking that back. What? So not only is there another variant coming, and it's already in Europe and China, not only is that happening, worst outbreak in Chinese history so far, but states that had the foresight, right, to go, maybe there's going to be another wave, let's hold on to some of this money because we can't really trust the White House to give us any more. Now, the bill is going to take the money back. What? I don't know what this. What?
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
That's crazy. The White House will cancel the new order for monoclonal antibodies. Yep, that's right. All the good treatments that we have, let's just cancel all the orders. What the fuck? Republicans want the White House to account for past COVID. I really can't with this shit. This is a game, and all of us are dying. A million motherfuckers are dead in this country. A million motherfuckers are dead. What was it, like 6 million worldwide? What the fuck? I mean, again, what the fuck? I can't, the response to COVID, I mean, my God.
There was no response.
What the fuck, man? It's crazy. Holy cocksuck. Oh. My tongue is so dry. Look at my tongue. Whoa, whoops. My tongue is like dry. It's like the goddamn motherfucking, something that's dry. Look at that. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. All right. How's everyone doing today? Oh my God. Ooh, holy crap. Saw that seltzer. Oh God. I'm losing it, folks. It's over for me. It's all falling apart. Oof. All right. So this is one fuck mother of a fuck mother. Check this out. Also, you might be able to hear Max the dog snoring. Is that audible? Did Andrea just do the ahigo face? Absolutely. But also, look how dry my tongue is. It's literally, I can't, there's no saliva on that shit. It feels like sandpaper. In fact, I think I just ripped my tongue apart on my teeth, look. What is that? What is this on this side? Look at this. What is that? There's a film. There's a film on my... I don't know what's going on. I'm losing it. I am losing it. I am out of it. I'm losing it. Fucking, can we talk about, fucking Sam Law in the chat room, by the way? This motherfucker's trying so hard and failing to get my attention until now. Coming into the chat, right? Coming into the chat, going you have a high IQ, but also you're stupid. What the fuck? Who the kind of insult is that? And then, now calling me a poopy head? What are we doing? What is this? What is going on here? This guy is addicted right now. This guy is fucking jerking off hardcore on the show right now. It's crazy. Anyway, so we got a poll here, folks. This is from YouGov. We all love YouGov. So we look at those the people, and they make like a pie chart, but there's like a right angle in there. I don't know. That's art right there. From millionaires to Muslims, small subgroups of the population seem much larger to many Americans. So this is a poll that asked Americans to guess what the percentage of certain groups are in America. So I'm gonna skip the average. The average is stupid, but I'm gonna go with the median. The median, I think, is the more valuable number, and it's still really fucking stupid. This is still really fucking stupid. These motherfuckers are so fucking stupid. This is the theme of my show. This is the theme of my show, okay? Americans are fucking stupid. Americans are fucking dumb. They're so dumb. They're so fucking stupid. I can't.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
They're so fucking, I'm so sick of it. I'm so fucking sick of these stupid, dumb fuck, asshole, fuckface Americans. Like they're outside. Like I look out my window and they're there. I go to the grocery store and they're fucking there. They're just, I go out, I look on the internet. I think I'm at least at home. I'm safe. I go online. I try to play video games. Guess what? I try to play a multiplayer video game. There's a dumb motherfucker on voice chat, so I mute the voice chat. There's a dumb motherfucker on the text chat, so I mute the text chat. There's a dumb motherfucker teabagging me when I die. I'm so I can't play multiplayer video games, right? So I try to do a podcast. I'm doing a podcast. And then I got dumb motherfuckers coming into my chat. They're harassing me all the time. Why can't I escape American stupidity? What the fuck's going on? What the fuck? I haven't even gotten into the poll here. I know of this poll. I haven't even, you're looking at it on screen. You can read ahead, right? You can read ahead, right? But what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. I need you to, okay, so what the questions are, right? So they ask how many percent of Americans do you think are transgender? And then they say, I don't know, 48%, whatever the number is. Okay. So the median versus the true proportion. This is crazy. 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 I mean, again, these motherfuckers are crazy. Okay. True proportion and estimated proportion, the true proportion is usually much less than the estimated, so let's go. So this is the percent that the median amount of Americans think have income over $1 million per year. 10%. Americans are so fucking stupid. Americans are so fucking stupid. They think 10% are making millions of dollars a year. They're so dumb. They're so dumb. Okay, now this is the great one. Are transgender. The real number is like less than 1%. Less than 1%. Okay? The median American thinks that 12% of Americans are transgender. I can't. I can't. I have a household income over $500,000. Right? 19%. Oh, that's the middle class. What? What? Okay. Are Muslim. 20% of Americans are Muslim, apparently, according to the median American in this poll. 20%. 1/5 of Americans are Muslim. I wish. Native American, 20%. What? Okay. Jewish, 25%. 1/4 of Americans are Jewish. That's crazy. This is great. I love this. So according to the median American, 22% of Americans live in New York City. Motherfucker. 22% of Americans just live in New York City. I'm dead. Again, y'all. Again,
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
These motherfuckers, gay or lesbian, 24%, the real number 3. Again, Americans are fucking stupid. Americans are fucking stupid. How do you think this? How the fuck do you think this? How do you think that 24 fucking percent of Americans are fucking gay or lesbian? How the fuck are you able to think and conceive of something so fucking stupid? I just can't. Are atheists 28% versus 3%, bisexual 24% versus 4%, members of a union 35% versus 4%. Americans are so stupid. But here's something. They think most Americans are in unions, or not most, I guess, but they think 35. Like that's a big gap. That's a big delta between the real number and what the median American thinks. What the fuck? So vegan or vegetarian, 5%. You know how 95% of Americans don't eat fiber? Yeah, guess what? Vegans and vegetarians, 5%. That lines up perfectly with other statistics. But guess what? The average American, the median American, I guess, thinks that 1/4 of Americans are vegans and vegetarians. I wish! If that were the case, climate change wouldn't be happening. If 1/4 of Americans were vegan and vegetarian, we would not be dealing with runaway climate change. I'm just saying. That wouldn't be happening. There would be no climate change. Okay. This is crazy. Okay. Are Asian, 24% to 6%. Military veteran, 37% of Americans were in the military? Who the fuck thinks that? How stupid do you have to be? Live in Texas. Apparently, 22% of Americans live in Texas. What the fuck? Are left-handed, 31 to 11. Live in California, 25 to 12. Are black, 40%. What? 40% of Americans are black? What? How stupid are these motherfuckers, man? Have an advanced degree. Yeah, 34% of Americans. They went to fucking 8-year college. What the fuck? First generation immigrants, 26%. Hispanic. So yeah, 35% of Americans are Hispanic, right? 40% are black. 12% are transgender. And 20% are Muslim. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm freaking out. This poll should make you very, very, very alarmed. This poll should alarm you. This is the sirens. You know, like in Silent Hill, when the fucking other world is shifting in and the fucking pterodactyls are chasing you and the fucking, like, you know, zombie dogs are up and around the corner and then you've got those fucking things, right? You know, when the air siren goes in Silent Hill, yeah, when the air siren is going, it's already too late. You're already fucked. If you played Silent Hill, you're aware of that. But that's where we're at right now. The siren, well, actually, that's not where we're at right now. The siren was blaring a long time ago. We are in the other world, motherfucker. We're fucked. We're fucked. And not in the good dick way. Not in the good dick way. I need to be very clear. So 39% of Americans are Catholic, 20% are Muslim, 25% are Jewish, and 22% live in New York City. I'm dead. Okay. All right. Own a gun, 32 to 52. Okay. So 52% is what they think. A majority. Yeah. Most Americans have guns, apparently. Okay. Have at least a college degree, 33 to 46. Now, this one is actually relatively close. Have a household income above 100,000, 34 to 35. This one is that's actually pretty accurate. Okay. Have a passport, 37 to 42. Are Democrats, 42 to 50. Are obese, 42 to 56. It's interesting that Americans think more Americans are obese than actually are obese. That's interesting to me. Are Republicans, 47 to 49. So here's the thing that is weird about this poll. I refuse to believe that there's more Republicans than Democrats. That is not true. That is just not true. So I don't know where these numbers came from. I might just be like the likely voters polling. Like that might be what it is. But like this is just not true. Are married. That's also pretty accurate, about half. Have at least one child, that's also pretty accurate. Voted in the 2020 election, 61, that's also pretty accurate. Have a household income over $50,000. So this is, again, now we're flipping here. So this is where the true proportion is higher. So the percentage is actually higher than what people estimated. So this is interesting. Okay. So are white. This one is great. Are white. Okay, so 59% of Americans are white. Actually, it's 64%. Okay, so own a house, 49 to 65. That's interesting. are fully vaccinated against COVID-19, 60 to 66. Again, the higher number here is now the one that people, or is now the actual statistic. Have a pet, 64 to 67, or Christian, blah, blah, blah. Read a book in the past year. This one's good. 50%. So the estimated half of Americans read a book in the last year. Actually, it's 77%. That's awesome. Actually, that's pretty cool. Driver's license, smartphone, own a car, at least high school degree. Okay. So, but I really need people to understand that most Americans are stupid. I really need people to understand how dumb Americans are, because everything else stems from this. Everything else stems from this. Everything else. Like, when you think about, like, you know, electrical systems, when you think about capitalism, when you think about, you know, roads, when you think about the internet, when you think about, you know, like, just every law that's ever existed, right? When you think about this, I need you to also think about this poll. Because let me just tell you.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Holy mackerel. Down from 110%. Oh my god. All right, y'all. So I've been talking about Texas a lot lately. Texas is a fascist state. They are currently enacting a genocide. You could say it's an attempted genocide if you want to be the both side centrist on this. Of transgender people in the state of Texas. The Attorney General, has released an interpretation that is allowing children to be stolen from their parents if they seek if they seek any health care whatsoever for their issues. They're being stolen from their kids or from their parents. Now, again, people always ask, oh, it's not transphobic. It's just we're logical. You know, we don't hate trans people. This is what the supporters of Ken Paxton, the AG of Texas, say. We don't hate trans people. We're just against trans kids. We don't think kids should be allowed to make that decision. That's their, like, quote-unquote, like, reasonable debate argument. That's what they want to pretend. Okay. So I would like to submit this to the record. So yesterday, I covered how USA Today had an exceptional women of the year list. It's a list of, like, I don't know, dozens or whatever of exceptional women of the year or something. And one of them happens to be transgender. And so here is the Attorney General of Texas. Rachel Levine is a man. I mean, first of all, that's just against Twitter toss. Is anything going to happen? Probably not. Second of all, again, this is the thing that people want you to believe. Oh, we don't hate trans people. It's not bigotry. We don't hate trans people. It's just we think that kids shouldn't have that right to make that decision. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Rachel transition, like, in her 50s or something? Like, let me look this up. Like, so about 12 years ago. 12 years ago. And she is how old? 64. Okay. So yes. So she transitioned in her 50s. So again, these are the people that say, oh, kids are too young. Kids are too young. Oh, they can't make this decision. Now, it's not that we hate people that make this decision. It's that, kids are too young. Okay, so is 50 too young? Is 52 years old too young to transition? What age does someone need to be in order to change gender? Why? Like, this is why I hate these people that make these arguments about trans kids, because they don't care about trans kids. They don't care about kids, okay? They don't give a fuck, right? These are the people that think there's no such thing as being trans and that think that you should be killed or you should be locked up in an insane asylum just because you're a little different than they are. That's the problem here. This is the problem here. This is the Attorney General of Texas, a state that is literally rounding children up and stealing them from their parents because they had the audacity to bring their kids to a doctor. Okay? Think about that. That their argument is, oh, kids aren't old enough? Well, apparently, being 52 years old, you're also not old enough to know what you're doing, apparently, in the eyes of these fucking maniac losers. And this is why, again, I covered this yesterday, is because this is going to be what right-wingers are going to... This is what they do. They hate us. I need you to understand. It is not a dislike. It is not a disagreement. It is a vehement hatred. It is a religious crusade to end trans people and to end queer people's existence. It's the same thing the Nazis did in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. Why do you think Nazis engaged in book burnings of queer history, queer science, queer medicine? Why? Because they wanted to erase our culture from the historical record, and they have succeeded in doing that. That was a successful venture. Okay, they did erase queer history from the 19th century and the 20th century, erased from the record, erased, probably even other areas of time too. Gone. The Nazis erased all of that from the record. And now, these are the modern Nazis. These are the neo-Nazis. And they're trying to do the same exact thing. Again, they'll try to get, the reasonable debates, the trans kids, the kids. It's always the children with these religious maniac freak show Looney Tunes. They will always use kids as a political weapon to kill people, to hurt people, and to enslave people because they're crazy. They are crazy. Imagine using your power to try to lock people up for bringing their child to a fucking doctor. That's what their fucking shit is. They want to bring people to jail because they had the audacity to take their kid to a doctor. And again, it has nothing to do with caring for the kids. It has nothing to do with child abuse. It is hatred. It is disgust. It is a religious crusade to kill. That's what they're going for. They want to kill all queer people, whether directly, indirectly, or just by not allowing people to come out of the closet for fear for their own safety. They want to enact a genocide of an entire group of people. And anyone that speaks about right-wingers in any less of a context, they're dumb. And any right-winger that doesn't believe this, you're also dumb. Because what you're doing is you're supporting people that are enacting a genocide. Oh, I don't agree with the genocide, but I'm going to support all the same people that are doing a genocide. I just don't agree with it. How do you think the Nazis gained power? Huh? Does anyone want to know? Oh, they're not really going to kill 6 million Jews. Nah. They're just going to, reformat our economy so that they're rich or, that. How do you think people went ahead with Nazi ideology? Oh, Hitler's not really setting up concentration camps? No way! No! He's not really invading other countries and exterminating groups of people. No, he would never do that. These dumb fuck right-wingers will support these people up until the actual, serial murder begins. And then even then, they'll say, oh, well, they'll come up with another excuse. I mean, look at the concentration camps in the United States with immigrants. We have, remember the family separation? Yeah. Remember all that shit? That we're still dealing with that, by the way, as a country? Oh, America would never have concentration camps. We've had them since ICE founded in 2003, so we had Japanese internment camps in the 1940s. So again, right-wingers are all brainwashed. They're all stupid. It is impossible to be a right-winger and have an IQ above 6. It's not going to happen. These people are psychopaths, and they need to be sent to prison. They need to be dealt with accordingly. It's self-defense. They are openly advocating to use their power to kill people. Any retaliation is self-defense. That's all. Just following orders. Stupid-ass motherfuckers. Stupid-ass motherfuckers. Being a black conservative is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life. You are, and again, Ricky, I know you've been coming to my show for like 2 years now, and you know what I'm about to say. You're a dumb motherfucker. You are a stupid, shit-for-brains, cocksucking asshole. A black conservative? Do you have any self-respect whatsoever? Go fuck yourself. Honestly, go fuck yourself. Dumb shit-for-brains loser. Seriously, it's so ridiculous. Yeah, that's right. I'm black, and I'm going to support the people that have been historically trying to enslave my people, not allowed my people to have a shot in the world or in the economy or in society. They're continuously stripping my rights to vote away, but I'm going to support them because it's logic. No, you're a fucking moron. You're a goddamn idiot. So fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. Oh, so dumb. So dumb. So dumb. So dumb.
So stupid. So stupid. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you talking to me, Sam Law? Because you're the one who's like fucking like defending governments and defending teams here. I am anti-tribal. If you think... I don't know, man. You're just a dumbass. Have you ever talked to black conservatives? Yes. You're stupid. Every black conservative I've ever spoken to is a fucking moron. Why don't you often interact with white conservatives? I don't understand. Aren't they your friends? Oh yeah, we both agree that we should murder transgender people, but the white conservatives are a little racist. Huh, I wonder. Huh. I wonder. Why don't you talk to white conservatives? I wonder. Probably because they're all racist scumbags. Fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you know, they agree with everything I say, but they're a little racist. So stupid. I mean, like, my God. Talk about cuck. Talk about being a fucking cuck. You do. Every time you vote for a right-wing politician, you are supporting the murder of trans people. Shut the fuck up with your garbage. Every time you identify as a conservative, you're supporting the murder of trans people. Shut the fuck up. Sam Law, if you want to debate, add me on Discord. We'll set it up. Man, oh man. Dumb fuck shit for brains. Dumb fuck shit for brains. I mean... Ugh. Every time you support a liberal, you support the murder of black babies. I think we should murder all babies, personally. I am in favor of abortion in the 4th trimester, so fuck them. Fuck your stupid religious crusade. Fuck your garbage. Like, let's assume abortion really is such a big deal. Okay? That you're going to support Nazis that are murdering fully grown adults just to stop abortion. Right? You're not a dumb fuck. No. You're a serious person. What's worse? Killing a baby? Killing someone who's not even born yet? Or killing a fully grown adult that's fully conscious? What's worse? My next question, do you eat meat? Because if so, how the fuck is a motherfucker going to be anti-abortion and they eat meat? The whole point is, oh, it's life. It's life. Oh, it's life. We can't kill life. Fuck off. So stupid. You're so dumb. The calculation is, yeah, I'm fine with murdering trans people. I'm fine with murdering my brothers and sisters. I'm fine with murdering poor people. That's good, as long as we don't murder the babies. Let them be born, and then we can kill them? It's like a goddamn TV show. Like, let the baby factories, leave them alone, let's spawn the children, and then we'll fuck them up. And then we'll throw them on TV and watch them fucking kill each other. Go fuck yourself. Stupid ass garbage. It's so dumb. Stupid motherfuckers. And this is what I mean by American stupidity. Like, this stupid fucking prick loser, Ricky fucking goddamn fuckface in the chat, genuinely thinks they're like a freedom fighter trying to save the unborn. Go fuck yourself with that stupid fucking garbage. Go fuck yourself, man. It's the dumbest shit in the world. Now, obviously, I'm joking about 4th trimester abortions. That being said, you know what? You know what I am less concerned about? Killing a kid, like, you know, a baby, I should say. Killing a kid is a very, very big... In my opinion, before the age of 2, I'm not that concerned. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest with you, right? If you're going to tell me what I'm more upset about, killing a trans person who's like 19 versus killing like a 3-month-old, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. I care more about the 19-year-old trans person being murdered. I'm just being real with you, okay? Right? In my opinion, in the same way that I think torture is wrong, why is torture wrong? Because the consciousness that you have that can perceive pain, right? It's such an immoral, unethical thing to torture something that can perceive pain. Hey, I'm just saying, right? Babies don't have that much of a consciousness. All right, I'm just saying. Do you remember being 2 months old? I don't. Do you remember, like, stubbing your toe when you were fucking, like, 6 months old? I don't. So, hey, I'm just saying. Now, that being said, obviously, I don't support killing babies. I don't support killing humans. I don't support killing anybody, right? But you do, Ricky. You do. You support killing the planet with environmental effects and disasters, right? You support killing transgender people with your policy. You support killing black people with your policy. You support killing poor people with your policy. You support drone striking children with your policy. All under the ostensible, protection of babies. I'm sorry, man. What the fuck? What the fuck? We gotta protect the babies, so let's drone strike children in Afghanistan. No. I want to know how being trans is a kink. Kinks are for the bedroom. For fuck's sake, trans people don't walk around in a constant state of kink horniness. You clearly have not been watching the stream enough, Cannabis Clay. Yeah, I can't respect anyone that cares about abortion at all. I can't. Fuck you. Ricky Manor, I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck. If you have a trans friend. I've got a black friend, so I can say the N-word now, right? Like, that's your argument. It's so stupid. It's dumb. I don't give a fuck who watches your stream. If you are supporting policies that get people like me killed, I don't like you. It's that simple. I don't care how many trans friends you have. It doesn't matter to me. Bigotry is not excusable because someone in that class or in that group of people is saying it's okay. I can't take it seriously. I just can't. And again, I can't take the fucking abortion shit seriously either. Like, if you care about the unborn, you know what you should be trying to do? Maybe making it so that when they are born, their life isn't so miserable. Like, if I had a time machine, I'd go back in time and fucking stop myself from being born. Why? Because life sucks. When you really think about it, this is like an elaborate torture fantasy. We're gonna force people to be born into this hellhole, into this fucking freak show, reality TV show, fucking shitfuck world we live in. Right? We're gonna force them to be born here, and then we're gonna watch them suffer for entertainment on television. Like, what the fuck? I'm a constitutionalist. You know what the Constitution says? The Constitution says you're 3/5 of a person. Okay. Have fun worshiping that fucking Constitution, stupid bitch. You swore an oath that you're 3/5 of a person. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's some fucked up shit. Like, I don't know. Like, that's like real, like, that's cuck tier. Like, that is like, again, not that there's anything wrong with being a cuck. I think cucks are valuable members of society, personally. But that is cuck tier. You are swearing an oath on something that says you're 3/5 of a person. What the fuck, bro? That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I mean, it makes sense why you're conservative, right? You don't value yourself. You don't think you have any value, so might as well swear an oath on a document that says you're 3/5 of a person. Might as well. I mean, like, talk about depression, man. Like, you need to see a therapist. I mean, my God. I used to think I was like 0/5 of a person. When I was suicidal, I wanted to fucking kill myself. Like, I don't know if I'm all the way at 5/5, but my God, I'm trying my best. I don't have any self-value. I'm not the one saying that I would stop myself from being born. That's true. That's true. You got me there. Fucking hell. I literally, like, I can't imagine, like, if someone who's black is gonna say that the Constitution is the best document in the world, I can't help but laugh at you. Like, that's so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyone who, like, if you're like a cisgender heterosexual white guy that owns slaves and you're like, yeah, the Constitution pretty good, you know what? That tracks. There's at least a logic there, right? Like, it's like, I think you're a scumbag, but you know what? At least you've got a little consistent coherence in your ideology. Like, I can't with this fucking shit where it's like, yeah, like, I'm a trans, gay, black conservative. Nope. I'm sorry, no, you're just a dumbass. Like, I see you as, like, just, like, walking entertainment value. Like, my God. Oh. It's, it's so cringy, man. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing. Honestly, it's embarrassing. Like, when you go to family reunions, like, do people, like, point at you and laugh or something? Because they should. They really should. like, when I see my family, like, I will talk shit and point and laugh at the people that voted for Trump in my family. You know, I'm in a white family, right? So, you know, my version of this is I make fun of the racists in my family. So, yeah, like, there's people in my family who vote for Trump, and whenever we're around them or whatever, you know, whoever I'm talking to, yeah, they voted for Trump. They're a fucking freak. They're a freak. And then someone else would be like, oh, I heard they just did it for taxes. And it's like, oh, is murdering someone for money okay? Like, oh, like, it's like, I support robbing banks, but I don't support murdering the fucking bank teller. You know, like, stealing the money from the bank, I'm okay with that, fine. Killing the teller, not so good, right? So that's the same thing when you vote for the taxes. Okay. Still a piece of shit, you know? My God. Anyway, let's talk about this. This is great. Slobbing out and giving up. Why are so many people going goblin mode? This is from The Guardian. Goddamn goblin mode, folks. We're in. Let's talk about goblin mode. All right. At some point in the stretch of days between the start of the pandemic's third year and the feared launch of World War III, a new phrase entered the zeitgeist, a mysterious harbinger of an age to come. People were going goblin mode. This is, like, such great fucking writing, by the way. This is really good fucking writing. My God. The term embraces the comforts of depravity. Spending the day in bed watching 90 Day Fiancé on mute while scrolling endlessly through social media. Pouring the end of a bag of chips in your mouth. Downing Eggo toaster oven waffles with hot sauce over the sink because you can't... Yo... I don't know about the, like, Eggos and hot sauce. That sounds good. But I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I haven't thought about that. Over the sink because you can't be bothered to put them on a plate. Leaving the house in your pajamas and socks only to get a single Diet Coke from the bodega. I like how we're eating Eggos, but we're also getting a Diet Coke. I mean, we gotta watch our figure, am I right? We're eating chips and Eggos, but need that Diet Coke. I mean, that explains a lot. That's really good. Inherent to the phrase is the idea that it can be switched on and off, said David McName, a self-described real-life goblin whose tweet about goblin mode recently went viral. Goblin mode is not a permanent identity, he said, but a frame of mind. I agree with that. I go into goblin mode every once in a while. You know, on the weekend sometimes it's like drug-induced, like, you know, I'm in like a haze, you know. If I'm ever showing up on my podcast, like on my show, and I'm like, which is like often, especially on the weekends, I feel like I'm often like, right? Like if I'm ever like that, I'm in the middle of a bender. I'm in goblin mode right now. Anyway, goblin mode is like when you wake up at 2 a.m. and shuffle into the kitchen wearing nothing but a long t-shirt to make a weird snack, like melted cheese on saltines. That is not weird. You want to know an example of a weird snack? Pickles, peanut butter, hot sauce, and a tortilla. That's a weird snack. You want to hear a fucking weird snack? I'll show you a fucking weird snack. Like uncooked raw tortellinis, right? Mixed with fucking hummus. That's a weird snack, motherfucker. You want to hear a weird fucking snack? That's a weird snack, okay? Fucking cheese and crackers. That's not weird. Like, who the fuck, what? Like, is the person who, like, if, I don't know, I'm a white person, so, like, maybe this is a white people thing, but cheese and crackers, That's not weird to me. Like, if you're not white, maybe that's like an exotic, like, oh, you're eating like the white people. But like, I don't know, as a white person, cheese and crackers, pretty much, that's a mainstream staple of my people. So I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that out there for context. First appearing on Twitter as early as 2009, Goblin Mode has also been linked by some viral Reddit posts from a user claiming to secretly walk around their house like a goblin, collecting trinkets and making goblin noises. Now that sounds fun. That sounds fun as fuck. But according to Google Trends, it started to rise in popularity in early February and spiked after a doctored headline attributed a quote with the phrase to Kanye West, Muse, and It Girl of the moment. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Okay, the language here. Okay. Attributed a quote with the phrase to Kanye West, Muse, and It Girl of the moment, Julia Fox. What the fuck? What? What is that language? Okay. Okay, attributed the phrase to Kanye West, Muse. Okay, so Julia Fox is the subject here. And the descriptors of Julia Fox are It Girl and Kanye West Muse. I understand now. Okay, I get it. All right, I get it. Just for the record, I've never used the term Goblin Mode. Who cares? Goblin Mode is a kind of... On TikTok, hashtag Goblin Mode is affixed to videos of everything from smoking weed alone and getting scared to not taking your meds and hoarding weird shit just in case you run out. I do that. I hoard weird shit. I do that. I hoard, like, yeah, you don't need to know about this. In other videos, it is associated with women wearing no makeup and mismatched sweatsuits, speaking confessional style into it. What is a sweatsuit? What is a sweatsuit? I've heard of a sweatshirt and sweatpants, but what is a sweatsuit? What? Anyway, women wearing no makeup. I've never worn makeup in my life. Does that mean I'm a permanent goblin? I also don't need makeup. Let's be real. I mean, I'm pretty fucking hot, right? Like, let's be honest. I don't need makeup. Now, that's not to say those that wear makeup are, unattractive or less attractive than me. That said, hey, I'm just saying, I don't wear makeup. I'm extremely attractive. Dare I say, hot. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. That being said, I'm also a goblin. I'm like that weird, like, goblin you see in, like, the Final Fantasy or, like, the Warhammer or, like, the Elder Scrolls that, you're thinking, maybe I'll fuck that goblin. That's me. I'm the fuckable goblin. All right. Let's see. The trend represents a direct departure from the hyper-curated cottagecore influence of early pandemic days. I don't know what these were. I've heard of cottagecore one time, and it was like, I whatever that meant did not stick with me. All right. A standout trend of early 2020 that included pastel colors, bucolic scenery, and the showcasing of wholesome homemaking skills such as baking and embroidery. Cottagecore thrived under the wistful ethos of making the best of what people assumed would only be a few boring weeks at home. Jesus. But as the pandemic wears on endlessly and the chaos of current events worsens, people feel cheated by the system and have rejected such goals. Peter Hayes, a Bay Area tech worker, who says he and his friends have jokingly called themselves goblins, said the term has taken off as the pandemic eliminated the need to keep up appearances. Like, who did this shit to begin with? Like, who cares what other people fucking think about you? Like, I mean, I'm sorry, like, oh, I'm keeping up appearances so that people at the office don't, like, what? Like, on TikTok, hashtag Goblin Mode is often accompanied by the adjacent phrase, Feral Girl Summer. Now, that sounds good to me. The hashtag has 366,000 views. Wait, hashtags have views now? What the fuck? I feel like a boomer reading this shit sometimes, man. I'm like such a boomer. How the fuck do hashtags have views? What the fuck? And features videos of users proclaiming to be the opposite of that girl. Yeah, that's right. We're not like other girls. Hashtag Feral Girl Summer. A highly curated aesthetic popular on TikTok in recent years, there are nearly 3 billion views on videos using hashtag that girl. Many of them show influencers organizing pristine refrigerators full of freshly cut vegetables. Lord. Anyway, Goblin Mode, folks. I'm in on Goblin Mode. I honestly, I think that maybe I'll write a book on this, on like the ideal way to live life. and that is like, who the fuck cares what people think about you? You know, like, you know, who cares? Honestly, do you enjoy your life? Maximize your comfort. That's my thing. Now, also, that's easy for me to say because I'm just naturally super hot, right? So, like, you know, I'm just saying, like, I have it easy. Like, let's be honest. I got it easy. You know, I'm super hot without any work. You know, I don't know. Not everyone can have it that easy. That being said, if you are also super hot without any work, then here's some tips to just maximize how you enjoy life. But anyway, I agree. Feral Girl Summer, I'm going to participate in that. It's currently, I think, still winter time, at least for the next, like, couple of days. And also I'm a goblin. And also, I think that, you know, like, let's have some serious analysis here. What does this represent? It represents an entire generation. People my age and younger, right? Like, I'm like the youngest millennial, right? Like, I'm right on the cutoff of millennial and Zoomer. So I'm the youngest millennial. And so I'm like, you know, people younger than me. Like, if you think I don't know, I like to pretend as if, like, I'm, like, you know, a little bit, I'm a little edgy, maybe. People think I'm edgy. People think, you know, if you think I'm edgy, you should try talking to people younger than me. Like, those people are edgy, but without any of, like, the intelligence. Like, they're just, you know, they're mad, they're angry at the system, rightfully, and they don't know how to experience or to talk about that anger, so they just go into goblin mode and scroll TikTok for 17 years. But anyway, you know, we went from hot girl summer to feral girl summer. Not a good trend, and we're fucked. That's it. Thank you for recognizing your privileges, Andrea, but I agree. F what people think. Love your life. That's what I agree. Now, here's the thing. This is the you don't understand my pain, though. This is like, there's the matrix here of being like a hot trans woman, right? Is that, like, everyone wants to fuck you, and then when they find out that you're trans, they get really mad at themselves and then take it out on you. So this is like, the trans misogyny that hot trans women face is like, it's its own thing. I'm not saying it's worse than, you know, I'm not, you know, making that kind of value judgment. I'm just saying I have had many, many people get really mad at me and threaten my life because, like, they, like, jerked off to me or whatever, like a selfie I posted, and then they realized I was trans and got really mad. That happens to me, like, every week or so. And, I don't know, it's interesting. It's interesting for sure. Maybe I'll write a documentary about it. I'm just saying. I'm allowed to say these things. I'm allowed. This is my show. The goddamn struggle. Folks, it is 11:08 a.m. on a Thursday. You know what that means? You know what that means? It's Thursday. Yeah! I don't know what to tell you. It's Thursday. Hashtag Thursday. Where are the furries in the chat? Where are the furries in the chat? Hashtag Thursday. Let's go! Thursday! Yeah! Oh! Don't know what to tell you. Andrea dumped all of her ability points into int and chur. That's right. That's so true. Because I have no strength. I have no dexterity. I fall over all the time. I can't even walk properly. I've got no dexterity. I've got... What are the other skill points? I don't know. They come and then... Yeah. They use their post-nut clarity to realize that, like, you know... I don't know. And then they get really upset. It's really great, honestly. Oh. Anyway, folks, Thursday! Yeah! Oh! So, all right, we got a show going on. I am not a furry, by the way. Also, here we go. Donald Trump explains why Michael Pence will likely not be his 2024 running mate. I love that this is like an article, as if anyone is out there, like thinking, I wonder if Donald Trump is going to have Mike Pence as his running mate. Like, anyway, like, maybe, like, if someone came in a time machine from, like, 2018 or something, then it's like, oh, well, obviously, But, I mean, like, anyway, I don't know, man. This is crazy. Former Vice President Michael Pence's name should not be expected next to Donald Trump's during the 2024 presidential election, according to his former running mate, who said people wouldn't accept it. Whoa. I don't think people would accept it, Trump told the Washington Examiner this week, pointing to the aftermath of the 2020 presidential election. Reminder, Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. Michael Pence lost the 2020 election. Joe Biden won the 2020 election. Kamala Harris won the 2020 election. That is why they are the president and vice president, because they won. Donald Trump lost. Mike Pence lost. So, got to be clear. Trump, who has long claimed blah, blah, blah. Mike and I had a great relationship, except for the very important factor that took place at the end. We had a very good relationship, the 45th president said, revealing that the two haven't spoken in a long time. Pence, too, has distanced himself from his former colleague in the past year over Trump's false claims. Elections are about the future, Pence recently said. My fellow Republicans, we can only win if we are united around an optimistic vision for the future. Based on our highest values, we cannot win by fighting yesterday's battles. So this is a great image here. This is a really... I like this image. It really hurts my eyes, but... Anyway, there you go. This is like, like, cue the sad music. This is like, cue, like, Good Riddance by Green Day, right? Like, we're gonna scroll through, like, very slowly, right, with the sad fucking music, and then it's like, oh, look at the good old days when they were having so much fun. Oh, look at how, oh, isn't that great? They're having so much fun. While Trump says he still likes Pence, he remained critical of the former vice president. Anyway, oh, look, when they were at this, oh. Anyway, so, there you go. Not gonna happen. Orange Man said it here first. I guess. I don't know. Is this news? This isn't news. I'm just covering this so I can have a video with Orange Man in the title, and then people will click on it. That's the only reason why I'm making this video. I'm just being honest. Anyway, there you go. God damn. That's pretty much the show today, folks. Oh God, furries scare me. I've accidentally walked in on some while they were doing their thing. Very traumatizing. Okay, Johnny Too Late, Johnny Too Late. What the fuck? First of all, how do you accidentally walk in? Like, what? Like, were you at, like, a fucking, like, Comic-Con or something? Like, where are you walking in on, like, furries? Right? Like, how does that happen? Like, were you going to, like, an anime convention? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, let's talk about Russia. Did you goddamn go to the America First Political Action Conference? Where are you seeing all these fucking furries everywhere? What is their thing? Presumably they're fucking, I would assume. I would assume that there's multiple, potentially 2+ dicks, and they're currently being touched. That's what I assume by their thing would mean in that instance. In school, furries were so what? I don't even know what that means. I can't. I'm not to downplay your trauma of like having unconsensual sexual experience. Like you walk in on someone else. That's not, you didn't consent to see that, right? So I can understand why that's traumatic. But I'm not quite not quite grasping how this story unfolded, and that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, what's not fine? So Vladimir Putin, aka Pooty Poot, according to the 43rd president of the United States, is at it again. Oh my God! I'm sorry, the seltzer's kicking in. Russia attacks theater, sheltering civilians, Ukraine says. So I have a video open that showed the inside of this theater. This is before being struck down. Oh, I'm so sorry. Before being, shelled and missiled and destroyed. So you can see that the theater here being used was as a shelter. You can see how many children there are inside in some of these areas. A lot of people, regardless. I believe there were reports of around 1,000 people sheltering. And so let's read from the BBC. Ukraine has accused Russian forces of bombing a theater where civilians were sheltering in the besieged southern city of Mariupol. Deputy Mayor Sergei Orlov told the BBC that between 1,000 and 1,200 people had sought refuge in the building. While the number of casualties is unclear, a local MP said the basement where people were gathering had withstood the bombing. It looks like most of them have survived. Dmytro Girin told the BBC, but Petro Andrushchenko, an advisor to the city's mayor, earlier said emergency workers were struggling to reach the building due to the constant shelling. So again, it's one thing, okay, you can survive the attack and then be stuck in the rubble and then, or die from the rubble, or get crushed, or get stuck, or get lost, or like, you're hungry or thirsty and you dehydrate, So being killed by the missiles themselves that's not the only way people could die. Again, they're still dealing with the aftermath here. So Russia's airstrikes and shells have previously hit a maternity hospital, a church, and apartment buildings. Mariupol City Council said in a statement that Russian forces deliberately and cynically destroyed the theater, saying a plane dropped a bomb on the building where hundreds of peaceful Mariupol residents were hiding. Both Dmytro Kuleba, the Ukrainian foreign minister, and the city council accused Russia of a war crime in the wake of the attack. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky denounced the bombing and said Russia deliberately targeted the theater. Our hearts are broken by what Russia is doing to our people, to our Mariupol. He sent a video address on late Wednesday evening. So the word children written in Russian. So as you can see in the, they were specifically trying to gather children all in one place. And then you can see this from the sky. So like a Russian soldier was like, oh, let's target the fucking area where children are. Right? Satellite pictures taken on 14 March, released by the U.S. company Maxar, showed the Russian word for children had been marked on the ground in the large letters to warn Russian jets away from the building. The BBC was earlier told that many children and elderly people were sheltering inside, and the conditions were quickly deteriorating. Local authorities say at least 2,400 people have been killed in Mariupol since the start of the war, although they acknowledge this is likely to be an underestimate. Many of the dead are being buried in mass graves. So understand, Mariupol had the fake Red Cross evacuation thing where Russia was like, all right, we'll bring the Red Cross in here and get all the civilians out. And then they just fucking killed the civilians. And then they killed more civilians. And then they bombed apartment buildings. And then they bombed the hospital. And then, whoops, right? It's almost like Vladimir Putin is, hey, I know a lot of people don't like it, but it seems a lot like something Hitler would do. I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there. An estimated 300,000 residents are trapped inside the city where running water, electricity, and gas have been cut off. Food and water supplies are running low as Russian troops have not allowed the delivery of humanitarian aid. So what they're doing is they're holding the entire city hostage. These are hundreds of thousands of residents that are being starved, right? Dehydrated, right? Frozen, right? I don't know, man. Not good. Maybe some would even say they're being concentrated in the city. I'm just saying. I'm just saying here. We need to really start analyzing what the fuck is going on with this fucking shit. This is not okay. And it's, I know the what about nerds are like, oh, but the U.S. Yeah, the U.S. is also fucking garbage. Look, we have some dumb fuck in the chat right now. Literally, as I'm about to reference the abstract concept of a stupid motherfucker, Scott Hirsch, welcome to the show. How many countries is the USA? Yeah, the USA fucking sucks, bro. I love it. As I'm talking about a dumb motherfucker in the abstract, one pops up. Like, they just, it's literally, I mean, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. But again, we need to start talking about, like, I know people are afraid to compare Putin to Hitler. I understand, because, if someone is Hitler, then you should go, to war with them. I'm not, advocating to go to war with anybody. I'm not advocating to fight in a war, right? I'm just a fucking YouTube host. I'm just saying, right? I don't mind comparing Trump to Hitler. I think that that's an okay comparison. I don't mind comparing Putin to Hitler. You know what? I hate is when people, Hitler is not 1945 and, Hitler, spawned out of the ether in 1945 and did only what he did in 1945 and that was it. Hitler had multiple stages. He was, he was a relatively old guy. He lived through multiple decades and had political power in multiple different ways in multiple different time periods, right? So this is not 1945 Hitler, but I'm just saying it's a little like 1930s Hitler, am I right? Hey, I'm just throwing this out there, and we need to realize that we need to learn from history. I'm just saying, right? I don't know, 300,000 residents being trapped inside the city, bombing children, not good. Not good. And it's also it's a historical building. It's a cultural building too, that they use, right? It's it's important to the city. It's important for their community. So that's another thing. So I'm just saying, not good. Not good. It's sad to watch. I'm wearing this, this is the second time I've worn this shirt. Is it a shirt? Is it a sweater? Is it a hoodie? Is it a top? I don't know what this is. Scott Hirsch, I'm just saying war should be condemned anywhere. Okay, I agree. This is my problem, is why would anyone come to my show and assume I'm some US oh yeah, I loved the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, that was great, hell yeah, why is that the default assumption to anyone talking about the invasion of Ukraine? The default assumption that these weirdos have. I'm just saying, it's weird, it's strange, it's a strange thing. Duh, I don't know. Scott Hirsch, can you condemn Vladimir Putin? Lindsey Graham doubles down on a call for Vladimir Putin's assassination. I wish someone had taken Hitler out. I agree. Now, the difference is, I am not a sitting senator. A senator advocating to kill a foreign leader is not good. That's not good. I'm just saying, that's not good. Now, I agree. I think everyone agrees that Putin deserves to die. I think that that's a pretty uncontroversial statement. Now, again, the controversy is the strategy behind it. Right? A sitting senator advocating to kill a foreign leader, that's going to cause problems that we don't need to deal with. That's going to cause fucking problems. Right? Honestly, if we had plenty of world leaders that were suddenly just disappeared, right? Hey, I wouldn't complain. Let me just tell you, I would not complain. But again, strategy and timing is the problem here. The USA is in NATO and we could get pulled into another war, and I don't agree with war. Okay? I mean, there's people that didn't want to go to war in the 1940s in America, Scott. Hey. I don't know where we're at right now. I don't know. like, yes, I'm against war. I'm against conflict. I agree. I am also in favor of self-defense. Right now, those principles, they're having a conflict. Because the real world, right? The real world is not like my utopian fantasy. Right? Like, I want a world without war. But that's not the world we live in. I don't know. Like, so, like, my thing is, like, sometimes when the real world gets in front of our ideals, we have to stop and think. What is, as far as a first principle, as far as which principle is more important, self-defense or pacifism? I don't know. I genuinely think self-defense, it takes the win on this. Like, I don't like that. Right? Like, I don't like that I have to choose between self-defense and pacifism. I would prefer not to. But I don't think the USA should be pulled in. We have a homeless issue in our wealthiest cities, and I think we should focus on our own country. Just an opinion. Well, okay, first of all, that's not happening. This country will never care about itself. Our leaders will never care about us. Our people, Americans are stupid. You weren't here earlier, Scott, but I want to show you what I covered earlier in the show. And I want you to, like, go back and watch this segment if you wouldn't mind. Because I think you're new to my show or whatever. And you could, this is something you need to know. Look at this poll. So people think that trans people are 12% of the populations, right? People think vegetarians are 25% of the populations, right? People think that 22% of Americans live in New York, right? Like, Americans are stupid. Like, I need you to understand, Americans are fucking dumb. Look at this poll. This is just what I covered today, right? Like, Americans are dumb motherfuckers. They're so goddamn stupid. Americans will never, ever, ever fix the homeless problem. Ever. Nowhere will this problem get fixed unless there's a massive radical shift in this country. And I personally think the most likely to happen as far as radical shifts that need to happen are we're just gonna have to wait until Gen X and boomers die. That's the only strategy I've got. And it sucks that I don't see any way to speed this up until the boomers and Gen X die off. I have not yet, Relon, but it's on my watch list. Like, until that happens, until millennials are the oldest generation, or the biggest generation, and even then, I wouldn't be so convinced. Because millennials are also pretty fucking stupid, let's be real. But I think that is the soonest opportunity that we even have a chance at fixing this fucking country. So Americans are fucking stupid. They're dumb. They're dumb motherfuckers. Yes, we have a homeless problem. No one cares. No one in this country gives a shit. If you polled people in this country on, like, when you see a homeless person on the sidewalk, what do you do? I guarantee you, if people were to honestly answer this poll, it would be 99% pretend they're not there and just, like, don't even look at them. Because have you ever been somewhere around homeless people? You ever see how people treat homeless people? It's disgusting. No one cares in this country. Even the people that pretend to care don't care in this country. No one cares. So, I don't know. That's just me. But people seem to care for whatever reason. War seems to animate people. So, I don't want people to be animated into a war that is unnecessary. But also, who defines what necessary is? Who defines what is unnecessary? Like, I think personally, advocating for a no-fly zone is stupid. Unless you actually do want to go to war. Like, why, like, here's my thing. Why do a no-fly zone and not also send troops into Ukraine? I don't understand. Why would you do one with not the other? A no-fly zone is entering the war. That's NATO entering the war is what a no-fly zone is. So if you're advocating for a no-fly zone, might as well advocate for troops on the ground. Might as well advocate to do a full-scale occupation and fight off the Russian invaders. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't have a take. Should we go? I don't know. Should we not go? I don't know. I cannot honestly tell you which one I think is the better option because I don't know. I'm not educated enough. And honestly, I'm scared to say which one I would prefer. Like, the idea of having to make that decision, I'm not the president. I'm not in the Senate. I'm not in Congress. I have no power other than my YouTube show, right? So I'm just letting, like, there's a lot of people that, yes, I agree with the reflexive anti-war posturing. I don't want war. I think war is bad. I don't want the U.S. to go to war. That being said, I also don't want Ukrainians to die. I don't know, man. This sucks. This sucks. I'm just saying, it's stupid, it's dumb, and I hate this world. Yeah, the no-fly zone discourse is so fucking stupid. A no-fly zone is war. Now, if you want to go to war, okay. I'm willing to have that conversation. Because I'm not 100% on either way. So if you want to go to war, sell it to me. I'm waiting. Sell it to me. If you don't want to go to war, sell it to me. But this whole no-fly zone discourse really is, it is some dumpster sludge, man. It's some dumpster sludge. It's like the liberal centrist fence sitting. Like, I don't think we should go to war, but like maybe a no-fly zone? Like that's not a thing. Like it's not a thing. Yeah, also this is what I'm saying as well. To riff on the Russia thing. Okay, let's zoom out a year from now. Putin takes over Ukraine. Cut off completely from the rest of the world, economy-wise, right? By that point, there's no it'll be probably a full-blown dictatorship, right? As if it's not already, but with less of the pretending. Why would he stop at Ukraine? I don't know. Why would he stop? He already threatened to nuke Finland and Sweden if they tried to join NATO. Why on earth would Putin do all of this and then go like, all right, we got Ukraine now, so we're good? Now, I want to be convinced that would happen. I would love, if Putin just says, all right, we're going to take over Ukraine and we'll stop there, and then he does, okay. I'm not convinced that that's the case. I would like to be convinced. I'm willing to be convinced, but I'm not convinced that he would just stop. He's going to take Ukraine and then stop. I don't know. I don't know what Putin's endgame is. I have no idea. And that's scary. In the same way that I don't know what Trump's endgame is, and that's also scary. Yeah, and you know what? The US being a fucking fuckface on the international scale really sucks. Because if the US didn't spend the entirety of the 21st century up until this point doing illegal offensive occupations of other countries that did nothing to us, then maybe we would have a better leg to stand on against Putin right now. But we don't. Fuck. Oh well. And that's part of the reason why Putin is doing this. This is why Putin is pretending that Ukraine has biolabs and weapons of mass destruction. Because that's exactly what the fucking US did. So it's a problem. We live in a shit fuck world. I wish I could have communicated. It's all good. It's all good, Scott. It's all good. Without my thoughts, without being insulted by the chat and the host. I don't know, man. It's like initiation. If you come in my show, you got to expect to be harassed at any point. W and Cheney need to be tried and jailed. I agree. I agree. As far as living in the U.S. and criticizing the U.S., right? And that should be our position. Haig, Bush, Cheney, Obama, Biden, Trump, Pence. Easy. 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 Get rid of all of them. All 6. Go. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Throw them in jail. Immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go the fuck to jail now. Every single one of those people is a war criminal. Full stop. Now, you can go back. You can you can do the Clintons, Hillary Clinton especially, Bill Clinton. You can do H-dubs. You can go back, right? But, let's be honest. A lot of those people are dead now, right? So I'm just saying, that's my compromise. My compromise, Bush, Cheney, Obama, Biden, Trump, Pence. Get rid of them all. That's my compromise. Anything less than that is insufficient. But that said, that's not going to happen, so... Oh my god. I just had a giant chunk of mucus just come out of my body. Like a giant chunk of mucus that just came out of my body. That's crazy. Anyway, this show is over. This show is done. Why are you still here? The show's done. Anyway, y'all, thank you for watching. That's all I got. I believe I was on a show yesterday, and I believe that they're going to be posting that to YouTube. So I will share the link with y'all when that is posted on YouTube. But anyway. Thursday, folks. Yeah!
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people. And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick. It's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people. And then they have cans of soup.
You know, the truth of the matter is that when you look at some of my policies, in a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was.
So today, on behalf of the United States, I want to thank every Olympian and Paralympian. And that was just incredible. And what happened with the Paralympics was so incredible and so inspiring to me. And I watched. It's a little tough to watch too much, but I watched as much as I could.